Hi there and welcome to Runic. Telekinesis gives you the ability to move an object by just using the power of your mind. With Runic, this gives you that ability to achieve that. So let's now just get into what you receive and what the effect is. So just before I tell you what you receive in the packet, I'll just show you what the effect is very briefly. So you can take your Sharpie pen. It's just a normal Sharpie, it writes. You can hand it out for inspection. You can place it on a card box and then you use your psychic energy, and as you come near you can get that to roll over on a card box, on a table, in a spectator's hand and under a glass bowl as well. So I'll just go into how this works, the makings of it, because then this will, when you perform it, this will help you to perform it well and understand how it actually works. So you'll notice straight away when you open the packaging that you get a very strong magnet inside. This is called a neodymium magnet or earth magnet. So just a warning, be very careful with this. It's extremely strong and it will attach itself to anything that's metal. Also, there is a specially placed magnet inside the Sharpie pen. In a minute I'll go into where this is placed, because having an insight on this helps you to perform the effect better. I tried a lot of different methods with this effect. I used elasticated thread, and I always went back to using magnets because I found that this was the most reliable, the most effective. It also meant that you could hand out the pen for examination, and you could also write with a pen, which is brilliant, you know, an added bonus really, that it's a normal working Sharpie. Just to show you how the magnet is placed inside the Sharpie pen. Now if you imagine that you had a section cut off of the Sharpie and you were looking down bird's eye view, down the barrel, the magnet has been, it's like a rectangular magnet, quite a thin magnet that's been glued inside the barrel. And when this is placed down in the right position, it will it gives it slightly a counterweight balance. And using it in conjunction with your wristband and your wristband magnet, you can get the Sharpie to spin over and to roll over rather. Now I'll show you how to set this up, where to put your magnet, and we'll also go into the polarity of how to set your magnet up. So just a bit of scientific information. With magnets, they have a north and a south, so one obviously pulls and one pushes away. So what you want to do with the Sharpie and the wristband magnet, you're going to want the wristband magnet to push the Sharpie magnet away. This is how you get the pen to topple over or to spin over. The way to do this, you may notice first of all on the Sharpie pen where the clip is, because the clip's going to go facing you down like that, and that's where it's going to stay in that position. So the clip will be facing you, and I've put a little black dot there with a Sharpie pen, and that's where the clip is always got to be lined up with this little dot, like so. So you will feel, if you take your magnet you will feel the pen push away. This is the way you test it. So that's the way the magnet is going to sit in your wristband. So what you will do now is just roll up your sleeve and place your wristband on like so, with the magnet inside the wristband. Just position that right. They're quite tight and snug. They're just one size, so they should, one size fits all. So that's going to be placed there, and obviously you're going to have to wear a sleeve. I just wear a hoodie, the sleeves on. You can wear a jacket, obviously, or any coat with a sleeve on it to hide the wristband. So when you place your Sharpie down, like so, it's a very strong magnet, so it's always going to push it away. So this means, it's going already, you're going to have to come, I think it's about, you get a distance of about 1 foot away, that's 12 inches. So as you set it there, and you can rub your hands and say, look, I'm going to use the power of my mind to move this pen. So as you come close, just bring both hands in and it will push that over. And like I said, I'm quite a distance away. I'm about 1 foot away. I'll show you once again. As you can see, it does tend to want to pull itself over anyway. So what you're doing with the magnet is you're just encouraging it to turn over. And I'll show you again as you come close. It will push that over. I'll just do that again. Set that right. Like so. So what you've got to do is, obviously with all magic, you have to practice to get it perfect and get used to using your gimmick. So now I'll go, you can use this on a table. Now, just a tip, the table I'm using is quite an old table, it's an antique table, so it's an uneven surface. So it tends not to topple over, it will just rock because this is an uneven surface. So if you're performing where there's an uneven surface, I'd use a card box, because this is obviously a flatter surface, to perform runic on. So put it on a flat surface using your card box if you can't find a table that's a flat surface. So that was just that tip. Now what I'm going to do is just go into how to perform the routines and how to perform it under a bowl in a spectator's hand. So now we'll just go into the section on how to perform it on a table, on a card box, under a bowl and in a spectator's hand. So we did cover briefly in the last section about the surfaces you perform runic on. If it's on an uneven surface, it can be a bit temperamental because sometimes it just catches and it doesn't roll completely over. If you get a chance to practice before you do it, then you can be sure that it's going to work. This is an uneven surface here. I've got like an antique table, but it does work. But to be on the safe side, if you're worried, then I always carry a card box with me, and that's a flat surface, so it's always going to work 100% on a card box. What I mean by a flat surface is a worktop or a bar top. You can pretty much see what a flat surface is, like a Formica table or something like that. But any uneven surface, always use a card box. That's my advice. Okay, so now we're going to go into under a glass bowl. I always bring a glass bowl with me. This is the one I use. It's big enough to put a deck of cards under there and obviously the Sharpie pen. So you would just set it up like so, put the card box there, put the pen on top. Again, I'll remind you to always have the clip towards you or to your right. That's my right, like so. Obviously that magnet, the wrist magnet is affecting that, so use the hand without the wrist magnet inside. Let's do that again. That there. So put the glass bowl on top, like so. So now the spectators can see that this is completely isolated. There's no funny business going on there, and this is a very strong moment. You can say that you can't get into that. You can't actually touch that. There's no no thread or anything like that. So get everybody to concentrate on it. Say you're going to use the power of your mind, even now that that's locked inside that glass bowl. You're going to see if you can, get through that and to move that object. So get a bit of kinetic energy. Get everybody to come forward, and it rolls off just like that. And that's an amazing moment because you're nowhere near it. It's under that glass bowl, and you're a good foot away, as I said, to get that to roll off. I'll just show you once more. Glass bowl goes on top. Give everybody to concentrate, rub your hands, get this to work. And it rolls off. So that's an amazing way of doing it. It gets a big reaction because, again, as I said, it's isolated under a bowl, and they think there's no way that you could get that to roll off, but you've got amazing mind powers. So now we're just briefly going to how to perform this on a spectator's hand, because you have to slightly set this up differently. So now we're just going to cover the section on how to do it in a spectator's hand. So I'm just going to use my own hand. You can do this yourself to set it up. So we're going to do it from over the top like so. You can keep this in the same position with the clip lined up with the dot, because it doesn't make any difference. It's this is representing a flat surface. I'd always advise to put it on the spectator's fingers, because this is the most flat part of the hand. So you get them to just hold on to it. As you come over, the magnet is obviously in the wristband. You come over, bring it near, it will just slowly topple over like that. I wouldn't come really quickly, because they may feel that it's magnetic, because you want to do this very, very slowly. And that is the most effective way, and it feels the most spookiest as well, like so. So you can also come under the spectator's hand. If you imagine the hand there and you were coming over like so, the magnet is underneath their hand. You can make it turn over like that. To do this, you would have to set your pen and practice until you feel you get it to push against the magnet. So just test this. There we go. So keep twisting the cap until you get it in the right position. So as you come over like so, it's going to topple it. Again. There we go. So just practice until you get that right from underneath. And as I say again, come ever so slowly. Do not come fast, because they will feel the magnet either they will feel it push, but you want to do it very subtly, and then it will get, you know, big reactions. It feels almost quite spooky when that happens in a spectator's hand. So you want to do this more in a parlour setting, or, you know, play it big. You could write a spooky message, or draw a spooky image, maybe a pentacle, and say you're going to conjure up the spirits, and see if we can get something amazing to happen. So you could draw a pentacle, you know, you could say you're going to use it like a seance. So excuse my drawing here. So you draw a pentacle like so. Remember to put your pen back so the clip is in the right place, like so. Tear off the piece of paper, place it on your card box, place the pen by the side of it, like so. Then you say, let's concentrate, focus on that pentacle. As you come close, you'll get that to roll off. That's one routine. Use your imagination also. You could also write the name of a deceased one, or say you're going to get in contact with them and try something amazing. For instance, I just write the word roll. Obviously not a cheese roll, but you're going to say, I'm going to show you the power of words, and just focusing on that word roll. Make sure you set your cap back in the right place, along with the little black dot. You don't have to make a big deal about that, just do it. And then place the pen next to the word roll, and as you come across and say concentrate, you get the pen to roll off like that. You get them to concentrate on the word. So just this is when you can use your creativity and your imagination. Just think outside the box. So just to replace the ink when your pen runs out, you're going to need a little pot. You can see I've put some Sharpie ink in there already. So you're going to need to open your gimmick pen first. How you do this is just, you're going to take this section off. And how to do this, you just put the cap on and rock it, turn it and rock it, or put it towards yourself, and then eventually it will pull open and come unclipped. Don't pull it too hard, because you will snap the pen like so, but just very gentle. Keep on turning it around like so until it comes free, and it will just open up like so. Get a bit open. There we go. And then you'll expose your gimmick inside. You'll see how this works. There's your magnet like so, and inside there's a small section of the ink tube in there. So to get ink in there, what you're going to need to do is so put your gimmick to one side. Then you'll take a regular Sharpie, open this up until you expose the ink tube in there. Now this is just felt full of ink. You might want to do this with gloves on, because I haven't got my gloves with me, but you can use tissue if you want, but just wear some rubber gloves. And what you're going to want to do is squeeze this section here down the bottom until some of the ink is full of ink. So if you squeeze it, it will just slowly drip out like so. I would do it on a piece of paper so you don't get the ink on the table, and on your hands, just like I've done. So wear gloves. And then with this, you're going to take a small tube. I put it in there, and you're going to want to tip. Let's get this over here, a piece of paper. You're going to tip the ink into the top of the barrel with the gimmick in it. And if you just get the ink and tip it in, and it will refill a small ink pad inside there, because how this is made, I've cut off a section of the original ink pad or ink tube and just inserted it back in there. So you're just rehydrating or re-inking the small pad in there. Then when that's done, just get your pen, gimmick pen, and just to put it back together, you're going to just push hard, or just like that, or you can knock it like that, and that will put it back together, and then you're all set, ready. It's working again like so, and just set it back to its position with the dot there. So that's how you refill your Runic Sharpie pen. So I'd just like to finish by saying thank you ever so much for your support in buying this effect. Using the power of the mind, telekinesis, is such a powerful thing to a spectator, and I've had great fun going out to performing this and had some great responses. So please enjoy, and hope you have fun. Thank you.